Hey, what's up guys? Another brew day today. Today I am doing the Bell's Two Hearted IPA. It's a recipe I sent into the Worcester Hop Shop. I think they're open to anyone sending a recipe in, and if you want to buy it, you buy it. This has got Maris Otter, 5.485 kilos, 228 grams carapils, 228 grams crystal, and 907 grams of Vienna malt. There's quite a few hop drops, and one thing I did notice, each hop drop is individually packed by these guys, so you just literally open the right weight and the right hop type and chuck it in. But in the recipe at the bottom here it says dry hop 14 days with 28 grams Cascade, 28 grams Centennial, and that's not included in the pack. So I'm thinking they've just missed it because it was like a post recipe note rather than being in the recipe, and so that's my fault. Mashing at 66 degrees for 60 minutes, and it should be a 6.8%, so come along for the ride. Okay guys, so we're back. We've just got 20 minutes left on the mash. I doughed in using my sort of underletting method. It's recircling almost full speed as well, so the mash consistency is good and the flow through the mash is good, so that's good. I'm going to cold sparge with 7 liters of water just straight out of a jerry can. I put the recipe into Beer Smith and it looks like my bitterness might be a little bit low, but that's okay. It's still mid to late 40s, but I'll put the recipe up. Actually, I'll put it up now over here. Okay, cool. That should be pretty much all I need to show you today. I'm going to try and make this one a grain to glass, but we're going on holiday for 2 weeks, so it's just a matter of trying to time it right. I'm hoping that it has fermented out before we go, so that's about 5 days. I'm using SO5, so it should be pretty close. What I want to do is then put the dry hops in and leave them for the full 2 weeks that we're away, and cold crash the day we get back, keg the next day. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the best looking bit of the man cave. The place is a tip, really. It's just bikes and brewing equipment and boxes from moving, with fermentation fridges, beer and yeast fridges. It's just a nightmare. But you know what it's like if you've moved house and all of that, which I've done. So we've been in this house for 2 months. We've had a summer holiday and all that in between. Not a hell of a lot of brewing going on, but I have done 2. One is the chocolate milk stout, which, to be honest, this one could have turned out a bit better. It didn't ferment. Oh gosh, that's a bit lively. That one fermented out down to 1030, which means it's only like a 3%. It was supposed to be around 6%. I have put a bottle of rum in there that I soaked cacao nibs in, so in a big, one of those big lager glass things, you know, the litre lager glasses. The other thing I've done is the Bell's Two Hearted, which is much better carbonation wise. I think this, because I put the rum in recently, has got a bit excited. I know there's a sample line and whatever, but to hell with that. Okay, while that settles, we'll talk about this one. So this has literally been in the keg for 4 days. It's today's Wednesday, 3 days. I kegged it on Sunday. It's the Bell's Two Hearted IPA clone, which I did. I got the Worcester Hop Shop to put the recipe on their website, so I just got the recipe from the Beersmith Cloud, sent it to them, they put it on, and their recipe kits come with everything, so even down to the Protofloc tablet, everything. So that ended up fermenting down to 1011 final gravity, which gave me a 7.4%, which is a bit higher than it should have been. But when you're up in the sevens, an extra 0.5% doesn't really matter too much. The smell is pretty classic. This one is Cascade and I want to say Centennial. I don't know. Look on the website. But I didn't have the hops for the dry hop. There's one thing they forgot to include. I did contact them, and they'd literally just got back from holiday. They offered to send it to me, but I had already dry hopped it with my own Cascade, my own Centennial, and some Idaho number 7. The smell is just lovely. It's not right up in your face because it's only like 21 grams of each in the dry hop, so 42 grams. Mouthfeel, light to medium, erring more towards the light side. I can't taste a drop of alcohol in that. I mean, that could be a session ale, and like a 3.6%er. So it's quite dangerous in that respect. Carbonation's alright. I've just given it a swirl. Yeah, I really like that. Now the problem is I need to stay away from that. Give it a couple of weeks to just drop nice and clear and to age. Then this one was a bit of a nightmare. This was my chocolate milk stout. You can see it's pretty much black as they come. It's slightly brown in there, but okay. Tan coloured head, like a mocha, like a latte almost that. But a nice head nonetheless. So that had cacao nibs in the boil and cacao nibs in the dry hop. Then I soaked cacao nibs in rum, and I put the rum in the keg last night, just to up the ABV. So a bottle of rum in 18 litres, I think I worked it out to, it's about 1%, so it took it from a 3 to a 4%. And hopefully it just thins out the body a little bit as well. So this one is quite sweet because it's a milk stout, so it's going to be sweeter anyway. I think it was supposed to ferment out to about 10:20 and it ended up just over 10:30. So a lot sweeter than it should be. So indulgent. It's like rich, like you would have a rich after dinner. What do you call it? Is it an aperitif or no? That's before. Like an after dinner coffee with a whiskey or something. Something, but maybe with some whipped cream or something on top. I don't know. It's full-bodied, full of flavour all the way from. I mean, you can taste that it's a stout in the background, but it's got all of the cacao nibs. You can taste a little bit of the rum. It's not, the rum isn't like in your face, but you can. It's definitely there. And then the like nice dark grains and the roastiness from the stout. So very nice. Also hanging on to its little cap. It's not a massive head, but a little cap, which it's hanging on to. That won't last me too long. I think this one will be more my session go-to. Yeah. Okay, so what else have I got going on? This isn't really a brewing space. It's literally just where I'm storing the Keyser. So I brew on the patio. I will be brewing on the 12th, I think, of September. If that's the weekend. Not this weekend, so it's next weekend. I've got a cider. I made a cider the other day from Tesco, apple juice and bits and pieces. There she is. I don't know if she's even fermented out yet. There's a bit of a Krause in there. I'll just let that go. That's got Mangrove Jack's yeast for cider yeast. but I'm going to brew a wheat beer, so like a wit, a wheat beer of some kind. I've got a bit of a recipe in mind, bit of coriander, maybe some orange peel from one of the South African brewing WhatsApp groups. So I might do that. I'm looking to make about 30 litres with the pal, and then keep 15 of that for myself and put 15 into bottles for him. So that's in a couple of weeks. I haven't got any plans to brew between then, and then I've got 3 more kits which I got from the Worcester Hop Shop, which I need to brew. I've had them now for probably a month, so I need to brew them soon. Can't remember what they are, but I'll make videos when I brew those. So that's pretty much all I've got on the update front. I'm really sorry I haven't put many videos out, guys, but you know, moving house and then the summer holidays, and it's been quite busy, and now like it's starting to cool down and it's getting dark early, things like that. It's probably more likely that I'll have more time to brew, so brewing evenings on the patio and stuff like that, just get my stocks back up, because I have currently on here, I can show you. So I've got the Bell's Two Hearted, I've got the Idaho version 2, which is a 3.5%. That's the first Idaho, which is a 5.5, both lovely. The chocolate milk stout at 3%, but the two Idaho ales are both pretty low. So I'll probably put put the cider in a keg, the wheat in another keg when one of them's kicked. So I should just about roll over there. But then I've got these 2 spare kegs which are empty. Which what I like to do normally is to brew the beer, keg it, sit it at 40 psi for 24 hours, disconnect it at 40 psi, just disconnect it and leave it to condition, especially when the garage starts getting a bit colder. I don't have to put it anywhere, just leave it at garage temperatures, and then get another beer in the fermenter. That way, as soon as one runs out in here, I take the keg out, put the new keg in, clean the keg, and keg whatever's in the fermenter, plan your next brew day. That's a proper beer pipeline. So I've got 6 kegs. I can only deliver from 4, but 2 of them then get an opportunity to age. Like now, the Bell's Two Hearted went in on Sunday. I've already had a few pints of that, and so is it going to get a chance to age? Don't know. You know, beer pipeline needs to get sorted out. Anyway, guys, I have been trying to keep up on all your videos, and I did see, I think it was Chris Aston, Homebrew Chris, put a video up from the Homebrew event in London. I bought a ticket. It was on the 8th of August, and it was like a massive, not a homebrew event, but it's a massive event, and a lot of homebrewers went to it. I bought a ticket, and then we ended up going on holiday on the day. It just worked out that the holiday was considerably cheaper if we left on that day, for the same hotel, same flight, same everything. So it just worked out. So I gave that to my boss, and he went with his wife and a few friends, and at least I got a couple of glasses from it, so I can kind of pretend I was there, but we all know I haven't yet been to one, even though I work just up the road. So hopefully I'll be there for the 2021. And for now, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you on the next brew day.